Hello sir, my name is Natasya Fuji Mori. Today I want to let you know about my progress of writing an essay. Why did I choose this title? Before I go to the title, I want to let you know why I choose this topic. This topic is about integrate Christian values in all subjects. Many schools don't think that integrating Christian values is important, and this has actually happened in my school. I was confused about what topic should I discuss in this essay. Do I have to continue from yesterday's midterm? But I felt interested in discussing what happened to my true story. I chose this because I feel the faith and knowledge are not separate things. I feel they are one in the same. Hence, I composed the word harmony for these two things. So, I would like to write an essay about building the child's main foundation in the integration of Christian values in every subject. In the first paragraph, I state a fact that I have encountered in my past. Many teachers do not want to connect their lesson with spiritual matters because they are considered distracting and unrelated. Since I have been studying here, I have learned that the foundation of all knowledge is God Himself because God is the truth. In the second paragraph, I state the purpose of Christian education. The purpose is to know God and to know more about His work and His creation. However, I was thinking, how can teachers implement it? It's quite difficult, and I even wonder if there is really a clear way to express God's truth or Christian values in every subject. But I realized that I don't need to think too far because in fact, what is true comes from God, and all truth is God's truth. So, let's enter the three reasons why I chose the topic. I tried to think what would I get if in the past my school talks a lot about Christian values. First, I think the impact would have been very different. At the moment, I find it difficult to try and figure out what God's rules is in this or that subject. For example, math, which is only about numbers. Of course, this is a strength thing for me if it must be related to the truth of God. However, as I studied in this place, I realized that every number, every order, every unchangeability reflect God Himself who does not change, and He shows His order in His created world. It's amazing to me. I've never seen anything cooler than this. For another example, science lessons are also full of facts that contradicted of the Bible. I was confused. Which one should I believe if this is the case? I clearly know experts are not careless, but the Bible is even more infallible. Man was created by Him from the dust, but science says man was created from an involved ape. Then, if the truth of God's Word is continually proclaimed in the classroom, for sure every student will have the right knowledge and will be able to refute false knowledge. And the second reason, I think it would have an impact on my daily life. I tend to be a person who is obsessed with grades, regardless of the subject, and I often force myself to look good. But that's not the purpose of Christian education. It's true, good academic grades are also a good thing, but that's not the main thing. The main is that I learn to know that everything I learn, for example, in terms of art, I can play the piano. It's not to achieve self-satisfaction, but I should humble myself to give my talents to the glory of God. Elementary school children should be able to come to the point of realizing that their abilities are not something to be boasted about, but to be offered to God and even become a blessing to others. And the third reason, or the last reason, was that I realized that every lesson I had learned in the past seemed like a passing wind. Even if you ask me today, I may have forgotten what I learned back then. Christian education provides an enduring understanding that each student will have it for a lifetime. I deliberately took the example of sports because I used to hate sports. In fact, the correct understanding exercise is to maintain and care for the temple of God. When laziness comes, when irresponsibility comes, the correct understanding of the meaning of sports should be able to raise the spirit and self-discipline. And sir, I have several sources for what I'm right about, but I haven't included them in my writing. There are at least three books that are my sources. Is that enough, sir? In conclusion, I cannot summarize so well because honestly I'm still struggling with what to put in it. However, I did write about how difficult it is to express express God's truth in each subject, given the diversity of the student. But I believe that any teacher who is willing to continue to participate in the extension of God's hands can do it. I conclude that when the above three reasons have been achieved, the purpose of Christian education itself also achieved. Thank you, sir. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.